Xoth has been killing time watching over the cipher truck all day. Your friends left this morning to go investigate the Thief King's abandoned keep for signs of the Rod of Seven Parts. And at that time, the sun wasn't yet over the horizon. Now, it's glowing an angry red through the tree canopy as it sinks. The steady drizzle that spent the day with you is showing no signs of leaving. After sending his messages to the Myconid about having 4 guys delvers scope out the Royal Clan holdings, and after making sure the cipher truck was very well hidden from, external threats, what else has Xoth been doing to just kind of pass the time today?
Probably tending to his plant, scouting the immediate area for just local fauna and flora, see what's around, anything useful he could use in future adventures. At some point, he'd probably accidentally doze off unrealizing, and then snap back awake and look around and hope that everything's the same.
You actually haven't heard from Jeb, Owlin, or Fox since this morning when they sent you a weird series of messages about how Fox was going to come and tell you something, and then Fox hadn't shown up yet, and then they were worried, and then Fox did show up and he just had been peeing, and then he showed up and he explained to you, I heard something out to the east, and then he left again, and you didn't hear anything else out to the east. It's just been drizzling rain all day. So that's pretty much been your day, kind of chilling in the foliage, maybe reading a good book, whatever. But now, as the sun is setting, and again, you can only see it as it kind of glows through the tree canopy around you, so it's not super tight. But off in the distance, you can hear a weird kind of mechanical, whirring noise, almost like a whirring and a thumping.
Like mechanical?
Yeah.
Can I see anything?
Not from where you are.
Can I stand on the cipher truck and look?
Sure. Roll perception with disadvantage because you're still deep in the forest where it's hidden.
Alrighty, I will take those odds. Oh, D&D Beyond is being very slow today.
You can't make anything out in the distance. You would have to go closer to see what it is.
Okay.
It's almost like approaching your area of forest, but not in a straight line. It's not walking towards you, it's walking along the edge of the woods. That's what I'm trying to say with my words.
Yeah. Could I go to the edge of the woods and just
sure.
peek?
Roll a stealth check to be all sneaky sneaks.
Cool. That is a 15.
You get to the edge of the woods, and you are still pretty well camouflaged. You found some different plants to hide yourself between. Plus, you spent all day looking at the local fauna and stuff, so you've got a really good sense of where everything is. Not to step on twigs and snap things and whatever. You get to the edge of the woods, and you're kind of using a tree for cover, and it has a little V-shaped split in the trunk that you can sort of peek through, and you kind of blend into the tree. And on the other side, you are able to see 3 shadows moving from the direction of the keep, actually northwards, away from you into sort of the Udril, parts of Udril you haven't explored. At first, you can't quite determine what the different pieces are, but then you see one of them stop and actually dismount, and it is a tall figure who is being escorted by 3 mechanized constructs that are sort of in the vague shape of dogs or wolves or something like that. They're about that height, about that size, but they're steel constructs. And as he turns and you get his profile silhouetted against the setting red sun behind you, you recognize this as Mekar. As you contemplate what to do, we realize that means it's story time at the Wing Badger Tavern. But before we get to a story at the Wing Badger Tavern, we have a quick message for you from one of our sponsors, us.
Hello. Are you tired of just sitting around? Are you tired of your typical missions and adventuring of saving cats from trees or helping Mrs. Smith cross the street? Boy, do I have an offer for you. Come join 4 Guys Ventures and Vibes as we send you to the journey to find the Great Bean. All equipment and rations will be provided. To join, all you have to do is go to our Discord and opt into the I Want to Be a Merc role in the announcements channel. But hurry, space is limited.
Four Guys Ventures and Vibes is not responsible for loss of digits, limbs, or life or other extremities. Terms and conditions apply.
We'll be right back.
Sinir, Gaunteus, Kotix, Owara. Long ago, the four ancients created a world in harmony. Then, everything changed when the chat emped magic. Only Kelnor, master of good vibes, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 2 years have passed, and four adventurers have discovered a conspiracy, a company selling magic. And although their roleplay is great, they have a lot of XP to earn before they're ready to save anyone. But I believe they can save the world.
That's Matt. He's the rogue changeling, and he plays Fox, who's a rogue changeling. It's Matt, and he broke his headphones during the intro.
And that was Jake. He plays a barbarian, Azamar, and he's a great friend who voices, for his friend Matt, who just broke his headphones in the intro.
I don't know where to go from here. Hello, I'm Wash. I play Jebediah Peppermint, the Gunfolk Bull Wizard.
And I'm Trevor. We had a whole plan for this, and that got thrown out the window the second Matt broke his headphones. So I'm Trevor. I play Xoth Kibub, the Orc Cleric, and I will heal everyone here.
Hello, I'm Josh. Not Matt, but I'm introducing myself like Matt because we all missed out on the opportunity to hear Matt introduce himself like Matt. I play your Winged Badger Game Master here at the Winged Badger Tavern. Now, let's continue with tonight's adventure.
Smooth.
Stuff's going on with Xothkug, but right now is not the time to think about stuff going on with Xothkug, because right now there's stuff going on with the rest of the party too. In fact, right at this very moment, there is a dark reflection of Fox that is emerging out of a mirror, rushing towards Owlin. It draws Shadow Master, and it leaps forward with the attack. This is a surprise round attack, and then we will roll initiative.
Oh, dang.
Owlin.
Yeah.
Dark Fox rolls a 16.
That does hit.
That does hit. I have your AC here now. I don't even need to
That's
ask
true.
you if
You
it
just
hits.
have my sheet.
Yeah, I ain't. I know all this sheet.
Why'd you take all my sheet, man?
I should have known better. It deals 8 points of necrotic damage as as Shadow Master kind of stabs towards you, and the vapor is this deep, cold sort of drain on you as it stabs into your shoulder. Everybody except Xothkug, roll initiative, and I'll roll initiative for all of your dark reflections.
Oh, no.
So wait, where am I?
You are in the mirror.
Do I know this is happening behind me?
Nope.
Awesome.
I got a 21.
I got a 2.
Oh, crap. That means I'm probably going to go first.
I got a 9.
Jebediah Peppermint, you do in fact go first. So Jeb, you are just outside of the room. To repaint the scene for you, because it's been a week, this is a room with a pedestal in the center of it and a lead box on that pedestal. The lead box is laying sideways, and you're fairly confident that a piece of the Rod of Seven Parts is in it. Unfortunately, you've been unable to move that box, and there's a floor-to-ceiling mirror ahead of it and behind it, so the wall that you aren't closest to. Both of those have a mirror on them, creating sort of an infinite tunnel effect. Fox stepped through the floor-to-ceiling mirror and is now in the reflection, attempting to manipulate the box so that you can take it off of the pedestal. He spun it around and the floor tremored a little bit. However, as he walked in, Dark Fox walked out and leapt into the attack. He is now in melee range of Owlin with Shadow Walker drawn. and has stabbed him in the shoulder. And that is what brings us to your turn. You have 30 seconds to collect information or ask questions before you need to make a move.
Okay, so we are in the doorway because Fox went in. So Dark Fox has like come all the way across the room. Is the room octagonal? Is it square?
The room is perfectly square, and Owlin is in it closer to the pedestal because he was holding the rope to brace Fox. Now, the rope snapped when Fox went through the mirror, but he followed him in a little bit to do that.
I'm going to pull off a a number 3 shell, slam it into my blunderbuss, and like shoot it downwards at the ground, and this flame's gonna go up around me. I'm going to cast a Chardalon Stride. You know what? I'm gonna shoot this at Owlin.
Oh.
I'm gonna shoot it at his ankles and cast this on Owlin. Billowing flames of a dragon blast from your feet, granting you explosive speed. For the duration, your speed increases by 20, and move doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity.
Oh.
Also, when you move within 5 feet of a creature or object that isn't being blah, 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 it takes a d6 of fire. So as you move and circle around this dude, he's taking a d6 of fire from your heat trail.
So immediately, as the fire lights and starts to like shoot out of your feet, Dark Fox takes 1 hit point of fire damage. Real Fox also does.
Oh.
And then I duck around the corner of the door.
So to remind the viewers or anyone who might not have been there last week, behind this is basically a room that is full of this swirling mist that's been rising up out of the ground. And there are a whole bunch of tall mirrors that are like about a person's width that are kind of just slowly rotating on like little pivot points at the center. So they're spinning around like revolving doors basically all throughout this room, just a huge grid of them. That brings us to the next person in initiative order, which is Dark Fox.
Uh-oh.
Dang Fox, I hope you roll as well as I roll as you, because otherwise you're going to look real dumb tonight. Another 8 points of necrotic damage as he gets you with Shadow Walker.
Oh, no.
Fox, you are inside the mirror, and in front of you, the reflections of Owlin and Jeb have stopped matching what was in the room. They are moving on their own. And in fact, Owlin in particular has drawn the scimitar of speed and rushes you with it.
He doesn't have flamey feet, does he?
No, he doesn't have flamey feet.
Whoa. Okay, something's not right here.
The first one hits you, and then you're like able to like, what the heck are you doing, Owlin? And you get out of the way. And it deals 6 points of damage as he slices across you. As he slices you, I guess only Owlin can see because Jeb ducked around the corner, but you see like a slash mark appear across Dark Fox's chest.
Oh.
It like tears into his robe a little bit.
Owlin, buddy. Mirror Owlin? All right. I'm going to go ahead and head back through the mirror.
To get away from Mirror Owlin is going to provoke an attack of opportunity. Mirror Owlin is going to try and grapple you and hold you in the mirror.
Disengage.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to disengage. I remember my bonus actions for once, sir.
The mirror's not far. You can easily make it in this distance. However, you do need to pass a Constitution check to get through the mirror.
Gotta love the times I've used my con stat as my dump stat.
You run towards the mirror and you like slam yourself into it like shoulder first trying to push through, and it's not easy like it was to go the other direction, and so you're like surprised to see it kind of bows and then like pushes back. And in the room with you, Owlin, the reflection of Fox is sort of like warped back towards the mirror and then straightens back out again into place and kind of like shakes itself and becomes aware of itself.
Okay, I think what Alan is going to do is going to run past Dark Fox and kind of run through the mirror and like kind of push Fox back into that side of the mirror, because his thought is, okay, we just need to get into the mirror and grab the thing and get back out. And he's seeing that.
I see. You're going to push Dark Fox into the mirror, or you're skipping Dark Fox?
I think skipping Dark Fox. Well, no, that leaves Dark Fox with Jeb. That would be an interesting idea. Okay, Alan's gonna try to like tackle Dark Fox and like push him through the mirror if he can. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
You initiate the grapple and shove him towards the mirror. I'm picturing it like a linebacker.
Yes.
Like you just slam into him and pile drive him straight through the glass of the mirror.
Yep.
The membrane, just like it was for Fox, it feels really cold and almost like a cold that starts on the inside and works its way out, where you like feel that kind of like rib shaking cold, and then it spreads through your arms. As you shove Dark Fox back into the mirror, Fox, you feel yourself forcibly ejected through the membrane.
Oh.
It shoves you through to the other side. You're a rogue and you're able to catch yourself and roll, and it doesn't like harm you or anything. But you are thrown through the membrane and kind of land on the other side. Looking up, you can see that Dark Owlin is standing above you.
Oh, dang it. Alan's next move that he's just going to try to grab and dash with the lead box that we think has the rod in it. So
Also, I forgot to roll it, but don't forget to take your 4 points of damage from a Chardalon stride, Fox.
Oh, dang.
His fire boots.
My fire boots gotcha.
I'm not feeling so hot.
You are feeling hot. You're feeling too hot.
Are you unconscious?
No, I'm not unconscious, but I'm just...
Owlin, you shove Dark Fox into the mirror and looking up now see Dark Jeb standing there with his larger weapon leveled at you. He's gonna cast Lightning Bolt.
Oh no.
He's going right for he's going for blood.
Of course he is.
Dexterity save.
Oh no,
for
not
Owlin.
dexterity.
Yep.
This is not so good.
10.
Ouch.
22 points of damage as a
Holy.
lightning bolt slams into you. The consolation is that above you, Fox, you're looking up at Dark Owlin, and all of a sudden he like vibrates and his hair stands on end as like a shock races through his system. Then Dark Jeb is just going to basically move far enough back that he's not in melee range for you. So he's walking backward. This is a reflection. So behind him, there's a door that he can crawl behind, and then there's all the mirrors in the distance. But he's just basically staying back far enough that you could dash, but you can't just walk up and hit him. And that will conclude Dark Jeb's turn and bring us to the top of initiative order for real Jeb.
Okay. So important question. Do the dark us's look any different, or are they just mirror reflections?
They look the same as you looked when you first were looking at the mirror. So like they have not developed a Chardalon stride, that kind of thing. They're no longer changing with you.
Okay. So Jeb peeks around the corner to assess the situation, and he sees Dark Fox sitting in there, like in front of Owlin.
Oh, because he didn't look before.
I'm gonna make a wisdom check to see if he notices Dark Owlin not having the flamey shoes or something. Oh, that's a 4.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Fox, I'll give you a dexterity save, straight DC of 10, just the average amount of reaction time to notice that Jeb does not look like he's realized you're the real deal and yell out to him or something.
You mean a DC of 6?
No,
right?
I don't.
A DC 6?
Oh no, is this another lightning bolt?
No, it's not a lightning bolt. I had planned this before all of the shenanigans went down, so I'm gonna stick with that original plan, but I'm gonna cast Magic Missile on him. 9 force damage.
Ow.
Choo-choo-choo-choo, as he shoots 3 darts. Magical darts at Fox.
Youch.
Feels so good.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Dark Fox is not doing so well, so I bet Fox is not doing so well. Dark Fox, who's just been tackled into the mirror with Owlin, is going to try and use the grapple to get an attack on you rather than trying to escape.
Okay.
He can't quite get the leverage. You're you've got his arms pinned to his sides and you're linebacker's grip, and so he can't get a grip. So he's squirming around trying to hit you, but he can't make anything
Get
happen.
a grip.
Got him.
Dark Owlin, who just got hit by a lightning bolt and is standing over Fox. He spots Jeb, who's peeking in through the side, and casts Magic Missile. He's going to assess Fox as being fairly heavily damaged, and he's going to attack Jeb instead by pulling out his javelin and throwing it at him. He rolled a 14 to hit Jeb.
Shield.
It looks like it's going to hit you, and at the last second, you kind of flip your blunderbuss around and fire it upwards or something, and it knocks it off course. That will conclude his turn, and it will bring us to real Fox.
What's going on, Owlin?
What is... I just came back through the mirror to get away from Owlin. I am the real Fox, okay? I just came back through the mirror. All right, I don't know what's in there, but it's me. It's me, buddy. You in there, Owlin? Jeb? Are you here? Am I still in the mirror?
Jeb, no save needed. Matt, you have 5 seconds before I'm going to make you choose a move or defer.
I'm gonna just roll to the left and disengage.
Maybe take cover behind the pedestal or something like that.
Yeah, just 10 feet away, yeah.
And that concludes your turn, which brings us to real Owlin. Owlin, you are in the mirror area. You've still got Dark Fox grabbed in that kind of bear hug. You're right next to the pedestal where the mirror reflection of the box is, and then a little bit further away taking cover, but watching you is Dark Jeb.
Okay, my goal here, if I can do this all in one turn, however much I can do, let go of Dark Fox, grab the lead box, and attempt to take it back through the mirror.
Go ahead and roll a strength check to try and disengage the box from the pedestal.
Just straight strength?
Yep, just straight strength. Also, as he turns away from Fox, you take 5 fire damage, and so does Dark Fox.
Dang. I got a 22.
It's a struggle. You feel like you only barely were able to do this, but almost like fighting 2 magnets, you can't quite lift it, but you can slide it to the edge of the pedestal and pull it off that way. And Fox tries to take like a leap at you, but your fire boots kind of like kick him away. And
Fire bad.
you pull it off, and you are able to run back towards the mirror. Just like last time, you need to make a Constitution save to push your way through the mirror, just like Fox did.
I got a 12.
The mirror rolled an 18.
Dang it.
So again, you try and shove your way through, but you basically bounce off the membrane. And Fox, from your perch behind the pedestal, you see Dark Allen kind of waver back towards the mirror and then right himself again, and he's ready for more combat.
Wait a minute. We could have avoided this whole thing if we just all walked through the mirror at the same time.
Didn't really think about that, honestly.
That's kind of brilliant.
Dark Jeb levels his weapon at you again, picks up a shell with like a number 2 handwritten on the side of it and drops it in. He casts Enlarge Reduce on you, and he shrinks your size category by 1 to a small creature. Then Dark Jeb is going to just maintain his position, basically. He's just watching to see what's going to happen.
But I'm still holding on to the box, right?
You are holding on to the box.
Okay.
Yes. And that brings us to Jebediah Peppermint, top of initiative order. You have 30
dang.
seconds.
Fox, I don't know what's going on. Are things moving back and forth? Like, are we?
I
this
just came
dude
through
looks.
the portal mirror thing, and I'm back here.
Do we kill these guys or do we kill the mirror?
No, because I don't know what you guys have been doing over here, but I have been feeling a lot of pain.
I don't know what no means.
5 seconds.
Okay. I'm going to take out the mirror. I'm going to cast Hand of Coal. I'm going to have it erupt out and smash into the mirror. I'm going to try and break this enchantment.
Is it high-fiving the mirror, or is it a fist slamming into the mirror?
I was thinking fist.
Almost like an uppercut, just straight across the glass of the mirror. And it does leave a couple big scratches where the knuckles of the fist were, but it is not enough to like actually destroy the mirror. As it hits the mirror, you see all of the dark reflections lose their balance for a second. They like shake as if the ground underneath them has quaked a little bit.
Do I notice anything happen to Owlin in the mirror?
You can see that he's smaller than you remember him being.
But he didn't quake, so I would know that. Okay.
Dark Fox, who has been recently released by Owlin, so he's free to move. He's going to take the opportunity to sneak attack you with his flank because you're facing the mirror. That's a lot. 5 plus 14 is 19 points of damage. Fox, who didn't have to move very far and has kind of the remainder of his move action, is going to use it to try and he's going to just start slowly dragging Tiny Owlin back towards like the end of the room and where the infinite mirror grid thing is.
That's creepy.
He only makes it 10 feet because he's like his move speed's limited and you're heavy and stuff.
Did I drop the box where I fell, basically?
I'm going to flip a coin. You're going to call heads or tails to decide whether it's in the pile of unconscious Owlin or whether it fell next to him.
Tails.
Tails. So whatever you want happens.
I'm somehow still like,
You like passed out in a way where it's like falling on your chest maybe. And so Owlin still has the reflected box. Dark Owlin in the room kind of vanishes in a mist of vapor.
Jeb, Owlin's gone. The bad Owlin. Which makes me worry about the real Owlin, because I've been feeling a lot of pain, which I assume you guys was attacking me. Bad me.
I think I attacked real you, and I'm sorry.
We need to go through this mirror at the same time.
Why is that?
Because if the bad Owlin's gone, real Owlin's probably unconscious or dead.
Oh, snap. Okay.
We need to go.
Okay.
But if we go one at a time, then the bad things will spawn for one of us. I'm just going to move towards the mirror, but not into it.
It is now Owlin's turn. Owlin, make a death save. Don't tell us the result.
It is rolled.
Dark Jeb is going to walk over and just help Dark Fox drag real Owlin. So between the two of them, they have now reached the end of the room. So they're standing at like the border to where the infinite mirror kind of thing is off in the distance.
All right. Okay. I'm thinking. Give me a second. I need to think it.
15 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to pull out the lodestone, smash it against my chest, cast Fly, and I'm going to just zoom straight over the top of the pedestal, across the room, in through the mirror. Once I get through, I'm going to stay up towards the ceiling with the hand of Cole. I can resummon it into a different place. I'm going to plunge it into the ground, pull it right up underneath Jeb. Dark Jeb, and I'm going to grapple him with it. He needs to make a strength save.
Okay, we'll come to that in just a second. Fox, your whole intention was to go through the mirror at the same time. That's basically readying an action. So if you want to jump through the mirror at the same time as Jeb, then you can do that.
I'll do that.
And as you jump through the mirror, when both of you enter the mirror, the dark reflections of you vanish. And so there is only Owlin unconscious with a box in his hand, basically right at the entrance, or I guess exit from this side of the room.
Okay, so when I see them change then and like they're gone, I'm like, oh, right. I would like to turn around and I would like to control Hand of Cole in the other room and have it grab Dark Jeb on the other side.
He rolled a 5 on the die, so I don't think he passed.
I'm going to take some damage from this. That's 6 damage, and he is restrained, so he can't cast any spells. So I feel that crunch around me.
Got it. Dark Fox, who is outside the mirror right now, is going to run towards the mirror. He's going to attempt to stab it with Shadow Walker and see if he can break the mirror. He rolled 11 points of damage, and this big rift cuts through the ground at your feet. It's not like you don't fall in or anything, but it's this huge crack that spiders through the ground at your feet. And Jeb, who's still looking back at the mirror, you can see that right where he, boom, impaled the mirror, there's like spidering cracks coming out from there.
All right. Well, I don't feel like I have enough time to really do anything else except try to get Owlin. So I'm going to rush to Owlin and attempt to drag him back towards the mirror.
Owlin is smaller than you remember, and therefore very easy to move. He is, however, a full move action away from the mirror. So since you crossed the room to get there, you can get him halfway back. So you're at the pedestal now with Owlin dragging him across the floor. And that's going to bring us down to actual Owlin. So go ahead and roll your next save.
It has been rolled.
Dark Jeb is restrained. He's going to roll to try and escape. He fails.
Fox, do you have any potions?
Maybe. I don't think I have much left.
All right, well, I'm going to pull out one of my 2 potions of greater healing, and I'm going to give it to Owlin and pour it betwixt his lips, hold his neck back a little bit.
Chet says this is so romantic.
Come on, pup. Come on. There you go, little fella. We got to get out of here.
The box.
You're fine. You're fine. The box is here. We got to get out of here. They're breaking the mirror. We're on the other side.
Dark Fox is going to attack the mirror again.
Please don't get trapped in a mirror dimension.
Actually, I get a bonus action, and I would like to drop Dark Jeb with a Hand of Cole and use it to grab and restrain Dark Fox. So he needs to make a strength save DC 14.
He does not pass it.
He takes 4 bludgeoning damage, and he is incapacitated.
So does real Fox.
Oh, be gentle.
Are you right on the edge of unconsciousness?
If you were to take a number between 44 and 0, probably I got a 3.
Fox, you are halfway across the room dragging Owlin.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep dragging Owlin because I'm not getting stuck in here. It's not gonna happen.
All right, so Owlin, you wake up and you're being dragged across the floor by Fox. He's
Yeah,
continuing
I'm just
to drag
following
you.
him with the potion.
Yep, and in this turn, you are able to make it to the wall. To go through the mirror together, it'll need to happen on Jeb's turn.
I would say I'll stand up and ready the action for when Jeb is ready to go that we all step through together. And I still have the box.
Dark Jeb's gonna cast Magic Missile so that he can't miss.
I was worried about this.
He hits the mirror. Each of the 3 spots is distributed throughout the length of the mirror, and each one causes a crater into the glass that actually bends the membrane in towards you. I will give you 1 check to try and push through as you see the glass shattering on the other side, because you were basically ready to go. And the mirror rolls against you. I'm going to have it roll at disadvantage because it is compromised.
13.
16.
The mirror rolled a 10, so 2 of you made it out.
Jeb, not like this.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
17.
Don't scare me like that. Don't scare me.
All three of you push through literally like actual shards of glass. So as you push through, instead of being the same smooth membrane you came through the first time, you each take a d4 of damage from the glass shattering. You take 3 points of damage as the glass shatters on you. So I think Fox falls unconscious as he makes it through to the other side.
No.
But you do technically make it to the other side of the mirror. So you rush through the mirror, your reflections vanish, and behind you, the shattered glass rains to the ground. You hear this as all the different pieces scatter across the ground.
Ow.
The reflected box that you're holding, Owlin, vanishes. The real box that's on the pedestal dunk, falls off as if it was moving with the same momentum as you rushing through the mirror with the one you had. Dunk, like this lead box lands on the ground. And so now there is just quiet. There is the soft hum of the mist kind of swirling ahead of you back in the mirror grid room.
I'd like to imagine that I'm just like, I face planted immediately after going through it. I'm just unconscious, like on my face.
I'm gonna use an Azamar like feature that I haven't used yet because of our lack of magic for a while. Alan's just gonna like bend down and touch a hand to Fox, and heal 7 HP. It's healing hands.
So you just black out for like a half second, and when you wake up, you're like on the ground and surrounded by glass.
And then Alan's gonna turn his attention to the box that fell off the pedestal.
There is a lead box sitting on the ground there now.
Guys, did we make it? Did we make it out?
I believe we made it out, and it looks as though we've unlocked the box. Alan's gonna point down to the box, gesture down to the box.
All right. Before anything else happens, and before I keep forgetting that I have this on me, I'm gonna pull out that healing cipher. I'm gonna point it to myself, dig around for a couple wingles, and see if they fit in there.
Deduct 10 wingle digits and give yourself the effects of cure wounds.
10 whole wingle digits? That's all my wingle digits that I personally had.
1d8 plus 4 is what you heal from that.
Okay.
Jeb just folds his arms and nods.
His boy's all grown up.
If anybody else needs this, it evidently costs 10 wingle digits, so I just used the last of my personal reserve.
I'm sure you will gain some back, but I'm torn between let's focus on this box and then discuss afterwards what we just experienced. And Alan is going to go over to the box and attempt to open it.
All right.
I was just worried about when I fallen down.
You go over
my
to the
face
box and it opens in your hand. And there are caps at each end of the box. So you basically pop one of the caps off of the box. It's this 1 shin long box. And I'm about to send you a Discord message.
Okay.
Jeb, do you think it's going to glow? Do you think it's going to, like, do something awesome when he opens it?
Jeb just mutters to himself, representing all accumulated wealth and power of the kings of 72 past eons. Zanir shaped this scepter of blackest obsidian with a rearing dragon head at its head, serving as a warning. He's reciting the prophecy that he remembers to those who would risk binding it to their hearts. This too could be tamed if the bearer of the scepter be wise enough to tame the self-servience of all those rulers who came before.
So Alan is going to shake the box as if to try to like get something out of it. And then something kind of comes out of it, but it's not a rod. He pulls out a piece of paper, and the look on his face just falls as he just like stands there and reads it. And then after about 30 seconds,
Did we mess up?
he just like he doesn't crumple the paper up, but he just kind of like throws it down, lets it go, and just kicks the pillar that the box was on, and just like angrily paces over to like one of the walls, and just has like one hand on his face.
What? Oh, what just happened? I'm gonna pull up the note and read it.
Okay, I'll read it as if you're reading it. Owlin, always one step behind as usual. I'm giving you this warning because of the friendship we once had. As you can tell, these were not my best soldiers, but sufficient enough to kill someone from the Order of the Broken Scepter. But probably not you. I've left to find a way to bring my Lilith back to me. This is your final warning. If you come after the rod again, you'll find that the goodwill of our childhood will no longer be sufficient to save you from harm. You will not take this rod from me alive. Stay away from me. And that's the end of the letter.
Oh, Alan. I mean, Alan, we've had no way of knowing. All right.
All of the signs were there. We just wasted so much time. For all we know. And he just kind of looks at you guys and is like, Xothkug. Like, we need to check on Xothkug. This could have been a trap. This was a complete waste of our time.
One of you can message, right? Somebody message him.
I can't message or reply.
You have an earring of sending.
Can he reply with it?
Sending is the interdimensional one with no range. And yeah, he can reply.
Okay, so Alan will then use the earring of sending to just send a message to Xoth. This was a dead end. Be aware of trap. Be aware of a trap or something like that. Like stay on guard for a trap, something like that. And see if he replies back.
Xoth, you hear that in your head just as you are standing at the edge of the trees looking at Mekar, who has just dismounted and seems to be like fiddling with one of his constructs.
He stopped, like in front of, next to the castle?
Not next to the castle. He's on his way north away from the castle, and he just quick hopped off the one he was riding and seems to be like tweaking or adjusting or something like that.
Mekar here, walking north on mechanical beasts. Should I follow?
That earring has 2 charges left.
Oh, okay.
Is he good?
He is good. He says that Mekar Mekar hasn't seen him yet, but Mekar has gone past him and he seems to be riding north. He's wondering if he should follow him.
Damn it.
I believe that following him may be the best option. I don't want Xoth to do it alone. Is there any way that we could have Xoth follow him from a distance? And
how are we going to catch up?
I don't know.
I'm adding a die to the tension pool.
Perhaps he follows without the cart and we catch up with the cart. The tough thing is following with the cart is very obvious. Like we can't be following him very closely. We would have to track him.
And I love Xoth, but I just don't think he's gonna. Don't let him hear I said that. I don't think he's good at that kind of stuff. You know, I was the one who did all the tracking.
If he can keep his distance but keep an eye on him, we can track Xoth. We can't track Mekar.
Okay, then I will message him back to follow from a distance and be on his guard, and we will catch up to him. Does that sound good?
Don't like this, but I'm not. We can't afford to lose the lead, I guess. But
I agree. So Alan will message Xoth, follow from a distance, be cautious. We will follow. We will catch up to you. We are going as fast as we can, basically.
Wait, did you tell him not to use the cart?
I did forget to do that. He'll wait for Xoth's message back, though.
I will follow. I have sending too. I will update you with it.
Alan's then going to send back a last charge on the earring, I guess. Ditch the cart. We will track you with the cart, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what he'll send.
Xoth, you receive that.
Okay. All right. I'll leave cart in same spot.
All right.
So then, yeah.
Xoth, since he's outside the trees and you're in them right now, for your first check, I'm not going to make you roll stealth. I'm just going to make you roll perception to keep him in view. Okay. And then for all future checks as time passes, I'll make you roll stealth. So roll perception.
Non-natural 20.
Oh, yeah. Easy peasy. Especially with your adrenaline all hyped up and you've been chilling all day and like you're well rested and like you are in prime condition right now. You are an orc on a mission. And besides, you can see at night. So you easily follow and you're keeping what you are pretty sure is a safe, comfortable distance between you. You know, you can still only barely hear the whir of the mechanical constructs moving in the distance. He does, after a short while, he does mount back up onto one of them and the party of 3 continue riding north and you follow him.
Okay, I will be casting like guidance on myself just continuously to help myself with the stealth checks.
So that brings us back down to the 3 guys who are venturing right now down into a dungeon. So the 3 of you are standing at the head of the mirror room, and that's what's going on right now. What you doing?
We should head back.
We got to get out of here. Yeah.
Yes.
Is there any back door in here? Like if we look around, if Mekar came in here and got this, did he leave out through a back door?
That may be possible. And so, yeah, if Alan's down to look for something like that.
Yeah. Was there anything behind the mirror? I'm gonna check to see if there's anything now that the mirror's shattered.
Looking at the wall behind the mirror, you do actually see it looks like a panel of that wall can be moved if you could just find the mechanism. And
Alan got a dirty 20 to investigate for a mechanism.
Fox finds the like slab of wall that looks different, and Owlin, as you're examining it, you're able to find like, yes, there's a simple pressure plate here, and that should open the door in this way. Whatever the way, you're able to get the door open. As the door cracks open, you hear three things. The first thing you hear is the sound of rushing water moving through the labyrinth towards you. The next thing that you hear is overhead, sort of rumbling down through the stone. You can hear a bunch of running footsteps. They are heavy footsteps. And so it's rumbling down through the ground. It's not like they're right where you are. It's like somewhere above you, like way in the distance. A bunch of things have begun moving. And the third thing that you notice is that there is a breeze coming through the tunnel towards you. So it kind of confirms your suspicion, like this is a way out up to above ground.
I'm going to pocket a shard of the mirror real quick.
How long do I stay small?
It's concentration.
You're not small anymore.
I'm
Sorry,
no
I
longer
should have
small.
mentioned that.
Great.
I forgot to.
Cool. All right, let's go.
I'm going to use the lodestone and cast fly. Well, I still have fly on myself. It's for 10 minutes. So don't let my short, stubby feet slow them down.
It's a long hallway. It's still made with the good craftsmanship of the rest of it, but there is no like ambient lighting, no mist, nothing like that. Like this is clearly a practical utility corridor. And then eventually there is a spiral stair that leads up. In the distance, you can see the Thief King's Keep. The sun has just crossed over the horizon, so it's like a deep blue or nearly purple outside. Now that you're above ground, it sounds like a small legion of steel soldiers are marching out of the keep. However, the keep exit is on the west side, so they have to leave from the side that's not facing you. There's the tree line that kind of goes around the keep and could lead you back to the truck, or you could go north into the plains where you know Xoth is. Which way would you like to go?
I believe that the best course of action may be get to the tree line, find the cipher truck, and then find Xoth.
Fox just nods and immediately starts moving towards the tree line. I'm going to keep my hand on my good old Shadow Walker.
How much time did it take to get us out of there, and how much time do I have left on my fly?
It took like 5-10 minutes to get out of there, so that's probably about the end of your fly spell.
All right, I'm going to re-up it, and I am going to just shoot up into the sky and start scanning for Xoth.
Xoth, I'd like to get your next stealth check.
16.
You can actually see Xoth, like not way north, but far enough north that like you would need the cart to catch up with him. He is cresting a hill and about to walk out of sight, and you cannot see Mekar from where you are, but assumedly Mekar is somewhere ahead of Xoth in the valley, below that hill.
I'm going to shoot a message down to Owlin and Fox and say, I can see Xoth. He's almost out of sight. I'm going to go catch up with him. If you guys want to follow my path, I'm going to beeline directly there. You can meet us there with the cart.
Which one of us did you message?
Owlin.
Alan will reply with affirmative. We'll follow you.
Movement and dash. I've got 120 feet of movement.
It'll take you probably one more of Xoth's stealth checks to catch up, but then you'll catch up to him and you can roll stealth checks together.
Wow. Yay.
The other two of you, both of you roll stealth with advantage because it's nighttime and Fox is a rogue and you sort of have the time for him to like point out a good path to you.
I got a 12.
I got a 16.
You head over to the tree line and begin making your way towards the cart. You'll get there in just a little bit. Let's jump back over to Xoth. Xoth, roll one more stealth check for me before Jeb catches up to you.
21.
After a little more ways of following, you're now down in the valley and sort of skirting around some trees because Mekar did not go into the woods. He also went around them. He's going back up the hill on the other side. At the top of the hill, he turns around and looks back, so you kind of duck behind some cover. And as you duck behind cover, you can see Jeb like really low to the ground, trying to use the tree line, like the very top of the trees, to hide himself as he kind of comes in for a landing next to you. Jeb, let's roll your first stealth check.
Baby's first stealth check.
13.
You still don't see any indication from Mekar that he has spotted you. He turns around and continues going over the crest of the hill. Owlin and Fox, The two of you are now in the trees. You just need to get to the cart, get it started, and get moving. So I need one more stealth check from each of you to make it there. You can hear the Steel Legion kind of walking towards the woods. So like they do seem to have a general sense of where you might be.
Is it still at an advantage?
No, because they're close enough now that they're percepting against you.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Does my nat 20 help him?
Yeah, does his nat 20 cover up my 2?
Roll to confirm it. If you roll above a 10, you can both have it.
I did roll above a 10. Let's go 13.
Alan steps on a twig, and as it's about to crunch, you feel it bend under your foot, and Fox reaches out with his hand and like covers it and like stops you mid-step and like puts a
Dang.
finger to his lips. And then together, the two of you are able to like extricate yourself and then continue moving. As you move, you can see the first of the steel soldiers making its way into the woods, heading just a little bit off center from where you are. So it's like it sort of knew the general region, but didn't quite get to you. You make it to the cipher truck.
Oh, shoot. We don't have Jeb's magic to move it. We have to use the Wingle digits. Are we out of Wingle digits after we use this?
You open up the pouch and you see in there you've got 447 Wingle digits left.
How much does it cost?
It's 100.
It's 100.
Okay, well, shoot. We're just gonna have to do it.
The travel speed will be faster though, which is what we need.
Yeah. We load it up and Alan will navigate to where he saw Jeb go over the horizon.
As Mekar turns away and heads over the hill, Jeb and Xoth, you like give it 1 minute just to be sure he's not gonna like double back and come back. And then as you step up, you can hear the soft kind of crunching of the ground underneath the cipher truck of it coming to catch up to you. You make it to the top of the hill just as the cipher truck catches up to you. So you are now at the top of the hill looking down towards Mekar. And now I need the group to roll a stealth check. Fox roll the first one, but we'll rotate through who rolls it for the group each time.
I got a total of a 12.
Mekar does not seem to notice as the cart catches up.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I mean, I'm pretty like I don't want to talk about it. Do you have any idea where my car is headed?
That way.
Well, okay. Also, have you?
Why are you guys talking so quiet? He's like way over there and we're inside the car.
I was going to say something, but this was amusing.
Xoth, have you seen him carrying anything? Is he clutching anything that could look like it's holding the rod or like he's carrying the rod?
I couldn't tell really, but he had 3 of these like mechanical wolves with him. It was very strange, but
If this conflict comes to blows, which it very well might at this point, that he will be a challenge in of himself. So, him having extra forces may be more difficult.
did you guys find any loot to sell?
I think we got a bit distracted by the lack of a rod.
It did look like it was there at one point.
Yes,
But
it was
he,
likely his hiding place for it until now. It seems he's on the move.
I see.
He took the back door and bolted, and that's why we're on the chase. I kind of want to get close and take a look at those beast things, because if they're machines, then I can locate object on them if we lose him. But I don't know.
That is a good point. What I myself will probably not. I'm not agile enough to get close without being caught. So that may be.
This is Fox territory.
I was going to say, but Jeb needs to be the one closest enough, right? Or
Yeah, I need to be familiar with it.
maybe I can get you close enough?
I was thinking of just flying over there. I've got a whole bunch of more charges on this thing.
Well, if you're flying, I can hide you and make sure, as long as you're not touching the ground, get you close enough without him seeing you.
You're gonna sit on my back and drape a cloth over me? Like, what are you talking about? Hiding?
No,
me
I
while
just move
fly?
silently, but then I can just kind of guide you, right? And since you're not touching the ground, I don't have to worry about you stepping on nothing.
Another thought that I
So you're
was
silent but
thinking of
deadly.
on the way here is stupid joke.
I thought it was good.
What if we tracked him until night, and if he makes, or it is night, I guess. I didn't think about that. I was going to say, whenever he rests, I don't know.
Does he need to rest?
I don't know. This was a dumb idea. I was going to say we could just attack him or not attack him, but attempt to pilfer the rod if he has it.
We do have the shackles though, right?
We do.
So when he sleeps, we could shackle him.
That's a good idea. And then just attempt to see if he has the rod. And that feels
Manna could die to the tension pool.
not right. Kind of low for what we do. But
What do you
if
mean?
it's not, I mean, just attacking someone when he's defenseless and just taking his stuff.
He has 3 robots with him.
That is true. The robots would probably be keeping watch. I did not think about that.
If we're careful, we don't have to attack them.
Even with the automatons.
We have to be really careful.
If you
But
think it's doable.
I don't know. Automatons is more your guys' thing. You know, you and Jeb.
This is true.
That's not me.
Not you, Xoth. I mean, we avoided those Steel Legion guys, but they were pretty close on us, and I'm not sure how.
I believe it would be very difficult. If these constructs were built for the intention of protecting Mekar over land travel, then they will have very good percepting abilities.
Owlin, you are the next stealth check for the cipher truck.
While we're doing this, can I have taken a short rest?
If Owlin passes this stealth check, it will have been long enough that you can have a short rest.
Okay.
I really would love it if Mekar rolled really bad, because I got 5.
Including his very perceptive beasts, right? They must also...
Yeah, I would love it if the beasts also sucked at that. Yeah.
Chat just redeemed advantage for you.
Oh,
Yay.
Oh.
I got a 6.
Oh no!
Just as you crest a hill, a cloud moves and the moonlight kind of silhouettes the cipher truck at the top of a hill. And at the same time, at the crest of the next hill, you can see that Mekar has turned around, his eyes narrow as he locks vision with you.
You were always too stupid to know when you were beaten. What are you doing following me? Did you not get my note?
I thought we were really far
I
away.
didn't get your note.
He turned around and saw you. He's yelling to you now across the hill.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get your note.
Yeah, Xoth, you be the talk. You be the mouthpiece.
We received your letter. Owlin is kind of, I don't know if Owlin knows what to say.
What? Why did you guys tell me about the note?
Alan, stand up on top of the cipher truck and make a nice silhouette and look all cool and intimidating.
Owlin's kind of frozen. I think Owlin freezes up.
We got your note, and
I give thaumaturgy to Fox.
we didn't. We kind of want to talk to you about it. Is that okay? Can we talk about it? I'm like looking back, thumbs up, thumbs down. Like,
Owlin is just like staring into space.
Well, if you got my note, then you know there's nothing left to say. And he pulls out a big warhammer, and he has a shield, and he throws the shield in the air, and it starts orbiting around him as his eyes glow blue with energy, and he starts approaching you guys.
That's not good.
Owlin suddenly looks up, sees this, and something happens in his eyes, and he either metaphorically or literally presses the gas on the cipher truck and is charging the cipher truck at Mekar.
what is happening? Is this the Dark Knight?
I think it is. Yeah, I think this is the Dark Knight.
I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians. They appear as angelic, literal guardians circling the cipher truck.
As the cipher truck rushes towards Mekar, Xoth begins whispering this ritual, and you see spirits arising around you. Directly in front of the cipher truck leading the charge, you see circles, spectral form, manifest. And he's just standing there, his torn, tattered coat flapping in the wind, roaring as he soars towards Mekar. Mekar's 3 steel wolves begin keeping pace with him as he walks towards you. So just like the spirit guardians are around the cipher truck, there's sort of a V shape of these 3 steel defenders walking with him.
How far away are they from me?
They will reach you this turn, but only if they take the dash action. So they're 120 to 150 feet away right now.
So I want the dog with the higher initiative to perform a defensive maneuver and stand in front of me to protect me. I am going to kind of step to the side a little bit and prepare a spell for when they get within 90 feet of me. And I'm going to target Alan with it.
That brings us to Fox's turn.
I mean, I can't stop what's happening here. All right. I look around me, and Owlin, like a man possessed, has grabbed hold of the cart and is just going to run down his former childhood friend. Xoth is even casting at this point. I mean, at this point, I'm going to crawl out on top of the cart, pull out Shadow Walker, and ready a javelin throw.
That brings us to the next construct's turn.
Kind of want them to like stack up so when the cart hits, it's not good for the cart.
The first two constructs, at least, have moved out of the V formation and are now standing shoulder to shoulder in front of you. And they're, a good 20 or 30 feet in front of you so that they can try and slow its momentum before it hits you.
I'm like on Alan's back, patting him on the shoulder while he's like driving like a madman. I'm like, "What's your play, Alan?
Alan doesn't respond.
Are we going big?"
Alan doesn't respond. He's glaring down Mekar.
I'm going to swing up on top of the cart with Fox. I'm going to pull out the lodestone, and instead of smashing it against my chest to cast Fly, I'm going to hold it in the air at Mekar, and I'm going to cast Reversed Gravity, and I'm going to center it so that he is on the edge of it, and it's going to shoot them 100 feet into the air.
You fling him 100 feet into the air. Now he's prepared a ranged attack for you guys. Because this is all happening at once, I'm going to have him roll a dexterity save to see if he can do that before you attack him. Because really, in real time, this is like all happening as the cart is racing towards him. So I'll give him that roll as soon as we figured out what else is prepared for this round.
I was going to prepare a guiding bolt for 60 feet. Oh, sorry, 120 feet. 120.
Alan doesn't know that he's about to do this thing to Mekar, so Alan's intention is to floor it at Mekar.
Just run him over.
Yeah.
Okay. And the final construct, Mekar, is also going to take its place in front of you as like a defensive wall, because that's what you said you wanted them to do. Okay, perfect. So in order, Guiding Bolt hits first.
That is a 21.
That hits.
15 damage. Does the type matter?
I have resistance to necrotic and radiant.
It's radiant damage. Yeah, 46 radiant. So take half of it.
The next thing that's going to happen is the lodestone, and at the same time as the cart's racing towards him, I'm going to give him a dex save to see whether he's able to get his attack off in time, because he was preparing an attack for the people he could see in the cart. So these are the next two longest range things. So roll your dex save, and we're going to make the DC. This is a fast moving thing, so we're going to go, let's make it 15 for your dexterity save.
And just as a point of clarity, I'm wanting to position it so that like he's not in the center of it. He's like a quarter of the third or a third of the way into it to give us some more space.
Right. So the cart doesn't just fly off the ground as well.
Yeah. And actually it's like to the side rather than just backward, like further behind.
You're positioning it to be good.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Mekar,
full disclosure.
How are we doing on that dex save?
11.
Okay, so Mekar is flung 100 feet into the air. Let's have you roll a Constitution save to see if you can maintain concentration to cast it. Let's do it that way.
All right.
Constitution 15.
So I roll with advantage to maintain Constitution. I rolled a 22 and a 25.
All right. So you are able to get off that prepared spell.
So I need Alan to make a Constitution 15 save.
Okay. I forget what. Oh gosh, this is gonna be close. 11 plus 5 is 16.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nothing happens then.
The next thing that's going to happen is the 60-foot ranges, so Fox is next.
So would I be out of range now that I have been flung 100 feet in the air?
You're definitely higher than 60 feet. You are no longer able to reach him with the javelin.
The constructs should be in the air.
You're right. They also float up in the air and begin oscillating. So then the next question is, can you stop before the cart goes up in the air? Because you're going full speed. So Alan, you are the one piloting. I would like you to make an Arcana check at disadvantage to stop. The reason it's disadvantage is because you and Jeb did not coordinate where the anti-magic or the anti-gravity begins.
This is bad. I got a 5.
The cart skids into the anti-gravity field and whoop, you're on your way up. Fox, roguelike, dexterous, mounted on the roof, you are in javelin range as you are plunged upwards. Fox, go ahead and roll to chuck a javelin at him, and then we'll do the next round.
To note, the next attack against Mekar will have advantage because that's just a thing of guiding.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So, wait.
His name is Mekar, and he's my childhood friend. Stop mispronouncing it. Gosh.
Okay, so we're attacking with Shadow Walker while it's night. So that's advantage.
me. Let me fly to glory.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay, Jeb, I don't know what you did, but I'm not liking it.
The first construct is going to go. That construct is going to open its mouth, and you can see little steel fangs where the wolf's fangs would be, and magic missile emanates out of it. Fox, you take 4 points of damage. Jeb, you take 3 points of damage.
Okay, I need to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain the reverse gravity spell.
This is about to be bad for everybody.
16, I think that's good.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
I'm gonna activate the Necrotic Shroud. Your eyes briefly become pools of darkness and ghostly, flightless wings sprout from your back. Can I like swim forward in the air to like try to get within the range?
How about you make an athletics at disadvantage to try and use one of your constructs?
23 into 10, so disadvantage, I push away.
So you're now 25 feet away from the party.
I am going to grab my Pipes of Haunting, and every creature within 30 feet of me must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of me for 1 minute.
Succeed.
I got a 19.
I got a 12.
23.
Okay, so only Fox is affected.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and crawl back into the cart and look around for those wiggle digits.
You're able to like kind of squirm your way through one of the windows and back into the truck. Fox kind of comes in like one hand and shoulder sort of like squishes in behind Alwyn, who's still in the driver's seat, and like, you know, like kind of finds his way, wriggles his way into the back into the cipher truck.
I'm gonna pull out my cipher and shove another out of our entire storage of wiggle digits. I'm gonna shove another 10 and heal myself again.
You feel the cipher getting warm in your hand. This will be not the construct that got pushed closer to you. Not that it makes much difference. They all can only do one thing right now. It's going to open its mouth and magic missile, and I believe Jeb is now the only exposed person on the outside of the truck. So it's going to hit Jeb twice, once for 4 damage and once for 3.
I am bloody. I am going to choose. I'm going to stare at Mekar and the constructs and just take them with like blood dripping off my snout and getting all matted up in my fur. And I am going to choose to fail the Constitution save. And I'm going to drop reverse gravity. Somebody turn on Featherfall.
The only people who have turns left are Xoth and Owlin. All of a sudden, that like weird sort of vertigo suspended feeling is replaced by a plunging sensation as you are just, gravity has reconnected its hold on you.
I will try and put 10 wiggle digits in for Ven.
As you're falling, this is still like a slightly difficult thing to maneuver through the truck and do. So we're gonna have you make a dexterity save to like maneuver into position, line up the wiggle digits, not, you know, fumble and drop them or anything like that.
I got an 8.
Xoth tries, but he like fumbles the wiggle digits that are in his hand and they like fall out of his hand. The truck continues plunging downwards, gravity intensifying. Owlin, it is your turn.
Owlin sees that happen, and the look on his face is kind of like this is an inconvenience. I just want to be standing in front of Mekar right now. Fine. And then he's gonna try to get the wiggle digits into the Featherfall. Oh gosh. 16.
Oh, thank God.
A 16 is higher than a 14. And so about 2/3 of the way to the ground, finally, Jeb up top, who can't see what's going on, wondering if anyone's going to finally save him. Owlin, like, leaps across Fox, grabs the wiggle digit Xoth dropped and shoves it into the cipher for Featherfall, and Featherfall activates on the cipher truck as it falls.
Owlin just looks dead ahead at Mekar falling, just draws the scimitar of speed, and just like has it gripped in his hand, and he's just like at the nearest exit of the cipher truck. Just as soon as we touch down, I'm getting out.
It's 3 more rounds until the truck touches
Okay.
the ground. Mekar, do you have anything that you want to do other than just take the impact?
So as I'm falling,
A new
could
book.
I like angle and try to like, you know, fall in a way that I can like grab onto the cart, maybe like the bottom of it or the front of it?
Absolutely, but it will be very difficult.
It sat on 19 for half a second, then rolled to 9.
Oh.
I rolled a 10.
Mekar tries to grab the side of the cipher truck and is unsuccessful. Are there any other tricks in your toolkit, or are you slamming on the ground?
So I didn't want to have to do this, but I just want to cast Rope Trick.
This is a trick that they perfected. Look at so.
The irony.
So the two of you, so Alan, you're looking forward with your scimitar out in front of you, and he'll have to do the same check you did to avoid breaking your arm. But in front of you, you see a rope spool out from Mekar. Now, Mekar, you need to make a. I can't remember if I had Alan roll strength or constitution, so the party can choose strength or okay.
I'm pretty sure.
It will be a
Strength.
strength save to hold on to the rope.
It's all right. Rolled an 18 on the die.
Heyo.
That's a 23 on the save.
So the rope spools out above him, and he actually catches himself about 20 feet off the ground. And you are now just dangling from your rope trick 20 feet off the ground. So the cart is actually about even with him right now. It's like kind of moving past him. Your 3 constructs take the impact.
This went a lot harder real fast than I thought it was ever going to go. This went from like, oh, we're going to have this showdown on the mountains at moonlight to like, we're going to run them down with a cipher truck to we're up at 100 feet in the air doing magic duels to like, I guess we're all falling now.
Jeb's feeling salty.
Like,
Yeah.
It's a very weird combat.
Josh,
for
on
sure.
my turn, could I still use a bonus action while we're at it?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind. I healed for 9.
Okay, the 3 constructs slam into the ground. 2 of them shatter into pieces, and the third has this like huge amount of damage. I mean, its legs are kind of crushed weird, but it does seem to still be functioning. Like it, its head is still alert and looking around and moving. That brings us to Fox. So you are now in the cipher truck. It's floating downwards.
I'll rematerialize Shadow Walker in my hands and go for that another javelin throw.
Are you inside the cipher truck now or no?
I'm gonna throw it out the window. I'm gonna lean out the passenger window. I'm just like, this is a drive-by. All right, I don't think you understand.
A-team out to the side of the helicopter.
No, it's not a drive-by, Matt. It's a flyby.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
It's a flyby.
It's a fall by.
Fall buys.
So I did not hit him.
So bad, Jake.
Wait. I forgot my advantage. I did not hit him.
So if I add in this modifier and calculate it with my skill ranking and then factor in my level, I rolled I did not hit.
Carry the 7.
Is there a universe in which I could angle a lightning bolt that would hit him and the construct? I guess that his little dog's already on the ground.
Yeah, his dog is on the ground, so you could not hit them both, but you can fire a lightning bolt.
Yep, I want that.
8 total.
That is 26 points of lightning damage.
Got him.
As he just grinds up.
Jeb is not holding back.
Well, Jeb's bloodied. I mean, he's like not quite on his last legs, but he's
I'm at 16 hit points, y'all. I'm a squishy wizard.
Yeah, Jeb looks a little bit like Rambo as a mole at the moment.
How far away is he from the truck?
He's about 25 feet away because falling downwards, I think
Okay.
he probably didn't have much momentum shift.
I'm going to try and cast Command on him. Halt. He will take no actions on his next turn.
I rolled an 11 for a wisdom save.
That fails.
Mekar halts.
Alan is still just like sitting in the driver's seat of the cart. He's just staring at Mekar still, and you see him. He's still clutching his sword. You hear him mutter to himself, and he casts False Life on himself. Gives him 5 extra hit points. Five temporary hit points.
That brings us to the top of initiative order, which is the 1 remaining construct who's laying on the ground. That construct is going to open its mouth and attack with another set of 2 magic missiles. Those
Can
2
it
magic.
target Xoth?
Sure. You can roll to keep your spirit guardians.
What's the DC?
DC equals 10 plus half the damage you take.
16 on the die, total 19.
Boo.
Circles
Nice.
is still standing in front of your cipher truck, along with a couple other shimmering spirits around you.
I'm still afraid of Mekar, the person who just managed to survive a fall and do things. I don't like it. I think I'm just gonna recall Shadow Walker, and this time I'm just gonna like back up a little bit and like look like I'm really trying to steady my aim. But other than that, I'm just gonna ready an action. Actually, wait. How far away from the ground are we?
10 feet.
Oh, I'm gonna nail that little sucker down there. Yeah, that little construct. Yeah, no, he's got straight down there. I didn't do that actually. Wait,
You have advantage.
I don't have disadvantage. I have advantage. Just I didn't do it. I didn't.
Okay. You give it a go, but it doesn't play out for you.
Dang.
Can you set the scene for me real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. The cipher truck is slowly feather falling towards the ground. 10 feet ahead of you and 25 feet in front of you is Mekar hanging from the end of his rope. He has not taken any actions this round. About 10 feet in front of you and 10 feet below you is the construct laying on the ground that is still like twitching and broken. You are falling towards a gradual hill. So technically, when you land, like you'll be lower down than when Mekar lands, but not by very much. And the hill is just plains grass. There's no like real cover or ornamentation because the tree line is behind you.
I'm going to swing inside of the cipher truck, kind of down in through the door. And Owlin is still perched on the edge of the door, right?
Yeah, Alan is just like ready to get out.
Jeb pulls out his last number 3 shell, and this is his last lightning bolt. He locks it in, and he shoots it instead at Owlin, and your feet flame up with the dragon flames again. And I say, go get him, pub.
Alan just like looks at you and gives a nod.
I'm going to cast command again. Wisdom saving throw.
That's a nat 20 plus 1.
Nice. Nothing happens.
Damn.
Okay, tell me if this is possible. Alan wants to prepare the action of getting right out of the cipher truck. As soon as Mekar falls, he's gonna like dash toward, like not literally dash, but like get towards him and attack. That's what he's gonna do.
So the construct on the ground, as the cipher truck lands to the ground and Owlin leaps out, the construct is going to make its 2 little magic missile attacks.
Oh dang!
Yeah, get him.
It rolls 3 damage and then 4 damage to Owlin as it hits you with its... It's like a little turret now. Like it's stationary, so it's just those
My
little...
ad clear is so important.
I kind of forgot that was still alive. If I'm being honest.
I am going to cast Shatter at a point on the cart.
No.
So everyone within the range, a 10-foot radius, needs to make a con save of 15. It also has the cool effect that things within 1,000 feet here.
I got a 15.
I got a 16.
Natural 20.
I got
With a confirmed natural 20.
Hey, yo.
Yo.
I got a 9.
You covered Fox's ears.
Oh no!
Could I absorb some of the shockwave into that piece of the mirror? Since that mirror was like this other dimensional thing.
That's a dope suggestion for reasons that you don't know because they weren't triggered during that fight. I will allow it if you're willing to accept the incoming consequences.
Oh no.
So maybe you throw that in front of Fox and it like absorbs the damage that was meant for Fox.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Also, all the windows of the cipher truck blow out.
I will make my con save to maintain concentration. I do not. The spirit guardians go away.
So the windows blow out and the glass shards like fly through the spirit guardians who kind of fade out of existence. Jeb, the mirror in your hand, it turns golden and it starts to heat up a little bit.
Okay.
It's either really good or really bad.
I am going to shimmy down the rest of the rope with my movement. As a bonus action, cast Defensive Field, so I get 6 temporary HP. And then I'm going to use an Action Surge, and I'm going to make 2 attacks on Owlin.
Okay, before you use your action surge, Owlin delayed the attack on you as soon as you touched the ground.
He did.
So your bonus action, I think you probably do before then because you land and that's what you're doing as
Yes.
Owlin rushes you. But then Owlin does run up to you and he can take the attack that he prepared.
Alan will do 2 attacks with the Scimitar of Speed. One of them is a nat 20. The other one is
Nice.
like, I think, 10 total, so that's probably going to miss. I did confirm the nat 20.
Woo! Go Alan.
So Alan will like leap forward with these fiery boots. They singe Mekar. Alan takes 2 swipes at Mekar. The first one barely misses. The second one he swipes across for 12 damage, and he just like looks Mekar straight in his eyes, and he yells in the voice that he normally would use while raging. Like you've only heard this voice come out of Alan while he's raging, but he's not raging. He just says, "You were supposed to be better."
I will use my Thunder Gauntlets to punch you in the face. So does a 15 hit you?
It does. After that first attack, Alan is already down. He does all of this. He runs up to Mekar. He attacks him. Mekar takes 1 swipe at him. Alan is knocked backwards and down.
I'm gonna use the other attack to hit Alan while he's down.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
So that's 2 death saves.
Yes, it is.
Fox, it's your turn. You are on the ground. So is Alan in a different way. And you are easily within running up and melee range or other participation in the fight. There's the little construct on the ground that just shot a little magic missile at Alan as he ran. There's Mekar standing over Alan, who's just fallen. And Mekar hit him once in the face, and then while he was down, he just like wound up and slammed him again right in the gut while he was down.
I'm going to pull some wingle digits out of the cart, run up, slam him into the cipher, and like shove it right into Alan, basically. 7 health points. I'm going to try to stand in between Alan, like stand over top of Alan and Mekar and just like stand there. Not like this.
I am going to run over to Alan. Hup, 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 hup. Little mole feet. Probably can't even see me with the tall grass. I'm going to pour my last greater healing potion to Alan.
Alan's up to 19 hit points. He hasn't stood up yet, but
I'm going to say, Mekar, you're capable, but you're just not as good as Alan. And I'm going to cast Fog Step and boom, bamf back to the truck.
So I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope as my action. So I choose any number of creatures within range, which is 30 feet. So I'm choosing my entire party. For the duration, which is concentration for a minute, each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and they regain the max number of hit points possible from any healing.
Oh.
For a bonus action, I will cast Healing Word on Alan, so he will get the max.
Alan is going to stand up. He stands up. He puts a hand on Fox's shoulder and just like gives him a bit of a smile and a nod. Like before he looked enraged and focused. Now he looks confident. He puts a hand on Fox. He gives him a smile and a nod. He moves off a little bit to the side so that he's in melee range with Mekar. He looks at Mekar and he says, I know now the difference. It's that I stayed with my friends. He rages. He has taken the path of a Storm Herald barbarian. Ooh. And so this time when he rages, previously when he raged, he would have his ethereal wings and his voice would get all raspy and stuff. This time as he rages, you see lightning flashing in his eyes and you see dark clouds gather in a 10-foot sphere around him. And lightning strikes Mekar.
I'm going to do a bonus action real quick. As he's doing this, I'm going to pull out a saxophone and start playing the saxophone to really hype him up.
Okay.
And you get a bardic inspiration of a
Oh,
D6.
let's go. Okay.
Is that a thing that I made a thing?
I think so.
I took a level of bard.
He took a level in that.
Oh my gosh! I never knew. That's so awesome.
Mekar takes 2 lightning damage and 4 fire damage. Fire from the boots. 2 lightning damage from the strike, and then he's gonna attack twice with the scimitar of speed. One of them is a 27, and the other one is like a 25 plus 6, like a 31. So 2 attacks that both do 12 damage, totaling 24 damage.
I knew you were too stupid to get it. These gods aren't going to give you what you want. And then he just falls over, eyes staring at Alan.
Can I go see how he is? I'm not doing anything. I just want to check him. Medicine.
He out. It is the dog's turn next in initiative order, and it deals.
I keep thinking that thing's dead. How is it not dead?
It deals 7 points of damage to whoever is at the back of the group that it can see. Alan stepped in front of Fox. Jeb Misty stepped back to the cart. So it's Fox. Fox takes 7 points of damage as the dog casts magic missile on you.
Ow! Who is that little? It's still up. Like,
Whose turn is next in initiative order then?
Mekars, make a death save. Don't tell us what you rolled.
Okay.
I'm gonna go fucking nail that little shit.
Not kidding. Not kidding. I rolled a nat 20. Swear to God.
As I walk away, I'm assuming that like that's what happens behind me, but I'm gonna go nail this little bastard. I'm rolling. I'm going to melee range. And we got a. Are you kidding me? Does a 10 hit?
The dog?
Does it? This thing is incapacitated on the ground, and you attacked it, and it doesn't. Fox is like so angry that he can't even aim straight.
Come on, Shadow Walker, just hit it
The
for
head
me.
is just swiveling slightly out of the way. If it weren't trying to kill you, it would kind of be cute. It's like, you know, like looking up at you.
When Alan is looking there, staring at me, I'm gonna grab him and just cast Thunderwave on both of us. It'll be a DC 15 con save.
I got a 16.
So y'all would take 6 thunder damage, but I'm also gonna do that to myself. I'm not gonna let them take me alive.
Mekar finally breathes his last there on the ground, and after Fox, you stomp towards the dog, but it's actually powered down on your way over to it. The dog appears to have lost function.
Alan's gonna stand up and he looks at Mekar, and he just looks at him with like the
Alan,
look of pity.
You have to tell me right now, do we want him alive?
He's
And do we
dead.
want-
He's dead.
Yes.
Alan-
Do we want him alive? We can spend a diamond. Do we need him alive? Do you want him alive? You have to decide right now. We have a minute.
I'm putting 30 seconds on the timer.
It's your call, Alan. I support you.
Whatever you choose, man. I just want to remind you that we had a hard enough time putting him down, and I know he's your friend, though.
Alan gives him
10 seconds.
a look, and it is a look of complete sadness that transitions to pity. And
1.
he spits on his
Gone.
breastplate and says he was a coward and
Okay.
walks away.
What's everybody else doing? Alan's walking away.
I'm going to go pat him down for
Yep,
a
you
rod.
pat, that's what I was waiting for. Is anybody gonna look? You pat down the body.
Like once Alan like stoically turns around and walks away, Jeb's just like, we're time to do some business, guys.
Jeb, what's your wisdom modifier? I'm sorry, your wisdom score, not your wisdom mod.
My wisdom score is a solid and respectable 10.
You pat down the body, and obviously nothing on the outside where the armor is, and then you go inside the first layer of armor. You peel back one of the sort of coat thing that he's wearing, and as you're patting him down, all of a sudden nobody else sees or hears anything, but Jeb, you feel a surge of dragon's breath fire roar up your arm and into your shoulder. The heat sears into you, and it deals 7 points of damage. And you see it and experience it like as if a dragon were right there breathing fire on you, but nobody else sees it or hears anything. You can smell a little bit of burning from the fabric on Jeb's coat, though.
Alan will turn, and he like his gaze like pretty much immediately softens after he sees like what he's kind of like has this look of like, oh yeah, like kind of snapped out of a little bit of like his own feelings there, and just like, and he goes up to Jeb. Yes.
Do you think you have it in you, pup?
Alan will look down as to like what he's referring to, and he looks back up to Jeb, and he just like gives him a nod, but it's a different nod than the nod that he gave Jeb earlier when he gave him the boots. This is much more of a nod of Jeb's friend, almost like more of a nod of we have this, and so he's gonna reach down for the rod.
What is your wisdom score?
15.
You reach down for the rod, and you just like Jeb, you kind of have to like reach underneath the coat to get to it, and your hand feels this like solid something, and then just as Jeb experienced it, you feel and experience a dragon's breath fire roaring up your arm and kind of soaking into your shoulder. It deals 3 points of damage, and you feel, like I said, you can feel the heat. It's like right there with you.
He'll like kind of jolt back a little bit and kind of be like, I guess, well, I guess not.
I'm gonna sit down on the ground and look over and like, what do you guys?
What's going on? Does he have the rod?
The rod seems to
He
have
does.
some sort of protective measure that neither Jeb nor I seem to have been able to penetrate. But if it's anything like Jeb's experience with the rod, perhaps it just needs to be in contact with someone of the right.
It's searching for the right person.
Could I do an Arcana check to figure out what it might be?
Nope.
Okay, I will also try and feel
Jeb's going to recite as Xoth approaches it. He's going to recite that prophecy too, where he says, "Zanir shaped this scepter of blackest obsidian, with a rearing dragon at its head, serving as a warning to those who would risk binding it to their hearts. This too could be tamed if the bearer of the scepter be wise enough to tame the self-servience of all those rulers who came before. I think that's you, Xoth.
I think that's me too, man.
Xoth, what's your wisdom score?
My wisdom score is 20.
Be careful, Xoth.
Xoth, you reach down and, you have to kind of like slide your hand under the coat and whatever to try and find it. And you feel the dragon's head first. It's the first part you come into contact with. But to you, it just feels warm. And you wrap your hand around the head and you pull the scepter forth. And there in your hand, about 1 shin long, is the dragon's head scepter of the Rod of Many Parts. And you can feel that there's something within the scepter. There's some challenge or process to go through to prove your worthiness. You haven't unlocked the powers within the scepter, but it has judged you worthy to wield it. And as Xoth lifts up the scepter, the moonlight catches on it, kind of plays over the dragon's head, and all of you see staring back up at you the snarling maw of an adult dragon. And the rest of the rod is just pure black, like purest onyx. And that's what you see as tonight's Dungeons & Dragons session comes to a close.
Oh my goodness.